Today we want to start your term project. That is what I shared on the Canvas. This is your term project. You need to do a land leveling project, and today I do a sample project for you that is similar to what you need to do for your term project. It is individual, and those of you who reach the least amount will get a bonus point for your final exam. And you need to do a project like this. Are given this file. This is the instruction, and you are given this 60 file. You need to import these points, create a surface, and finally you need to find the least amount of cotton field. For example, you have this surface, and we want to create a surface that we want to do your project on that, and calculate the amount of cotton field. You need to do this with trial and error and reach the least amount of cotton field. For example, we have this surface and we have some points. We want to see the labels. You need to select the surface and go to surface properties. Or we need to select the points and go to point group properties and turn the elevation only on. Now we can see that we have a surface like this. And we want to create a surface land leveling project. We need to fill some area and cut the others with a reasonable slope, no more than 5%. At first, it's important to pay attention to the corners elevation. For example, here we have 25, it's near 26. Here, 2580. Here it's about 26. And here is 2616 and 2620. Here is 2615 and 2655. 26, 25. So we can start from here. At first, we need to create a polyline around your surface. So this is our polyline, and we need to create a feature line. We can go to feature line and create feature lines from objects. Now we have a feature line, and when we see this here, when we look at this here, we can see that its elevation is 0, the feature line. And we want to match the elevation, its elevation, with these surface corners. For doing so, we need to go to feature line elevation editor, or we can change the elevation by quick elevation edit. We can start from here and change it to, for example, it's 26, 16, 26. Change it to 26, 15. And what is important is that we have to pay attention to have the slope less than 5%. Here is 26, 18 or 16, and here is 26. So we need to use minus for the slope. For example, I can use -2. And the elevation here is 26. It's near, exactly near this top. And for here is 26. And here we have 2580. So we can use -3. And here will be 2591. We can go further. Here is 26, so we need to change it to 1 or 2%. Here is 2596. We can change it to 3. And here we have 2655, and here is near 26. So we can use, for example, 4. And it's better to use 5. And here is 2639. And here we have 2650, and we can change it to -2, and it will be 2636. And we need to check the slope. So we have a feature line here that has elevations near the surface. Now we want to create a surface and consider it as a land leveling surface for the project. So for creating a surface by this feature line, we need to go to surfaces. We have surface 1, which is here. This one is surface 1, and we need to create another surface. Is 2. And in surface 2, we can go to definition, break line, and add this feature line, the break. Now we have a surface here. And we want to calculate the amount of cut and fill if we change this surface to this in our project. I mean, we want to cut some area like this and fill here. So for calculating this amount, we need to go to Analyze and Volume Dashboard that you had before. Now you have 2 surfaces. Surface 1 is the existing surface, and we have created surface 2 as a comparison surface. You can go to create new volume surface. You can change its name to volume. And we need to choose base surface and comparison surface. Base surface is surface 1, and the comparison surface would be surface 2. Now you can calculate the amount of cut and fill. So you can see that here. This is the amount of cut, fill, and net. And you can create a table. Make it larger by a scale, like SC Inter.
So how do you create it?
By this. Insert cut fill summary. And click here. You can scale it, move it. Now you have this amount, and you need to change the amount of cut and fill by trial and error and reach the best amount, the least amount. For changing the elevations, you need to go to feature line, and for selecting your feature line, you need to select surface and feature line, and by pressing Shift, you can deselect the surface. Now I am selecting feature line. This is feature line. Or you can go to surface, surface properties, edit surface style, and you can turn it off, borders. When you turn it off, you can select your feature line. By going to edit surface style, or you can turn it on and select both of them. By pressing Shift, you can deselect the surface, and now you can select the feature line. So now you need to change the elevation. The elevation here is 2615, and the slope is -2. And here we have 26. We can change it to 2603. Check the elevation. The slope is okay. And here we have 2591. We can change it to 2580. And we need to check the slope. And we can't use this because the slope is -7 and it's more than -5. So we need to change this, or we need to change the elevation to -5. And this is the nearest amount, 2587. Here we have 2599. And we want to have 00. And we need to check the elevation, the slope, and it's okay. It's less than 5. Here we have 2639, and here we have 2655. And the slope is 492. We can change it to 5. And here we have 2640. Here we have 2634. And the grade is -2. We can change it to 26. And the grade is okay. It is less than 5. But here the grade is more than -5. So we need to change this. If we change this grade, it will be changed, and we need to change all of them from the first. So we can change it.
How do you know how to change this to positive from negative number?
You need to pay attention to the number. If you want to decrease the elevation, you need to use minus. And if you want to increase, you need to use positive.
Where do you get our choice?
Pardon?
Our choice or something?
Yes. Our purpose is that to reach its elevation near its number, the corners. And we need to have grade here less than 5 or -5. And we need to reach the elevation near these numbers. For example, here we have around 26. And here we have exactly the same number. But here we have 2650, but we can reach to 2635. Because if we want to have exactly this number, we have to change the elevation to more than 5, and it's not true. So now I have new cut and fill analysis, and we can see that we have some error here because we changed elevations and we need to reduce the surface and the break line. So by right click on that and edit it, and by going to analyze and volume dashboard, and also right click and edit it, and by going to insert cut with summary, larger, you can see that you have new amount of cut and fill. And it was 3,149,000, and here is 3,000,004, and the net amount is more than this. So the previous one was better. So you need to check the amount of cut and fill. You need to check this many times and reach the best amount. And those of you who reach the best amount, the minimum amount, will get a bonus point. So this is your project, and the purpose of this project is to practice preparing a land leveling project based on the knowledge you have learned in this course. This is an important task that lets you employ and apply your understanding of some tasks like points, surface, feature line analysis, etc. for different projects. And in this project, you need to use the data that is given to you. You are asked to insert points and create a surface. You need to start land leveling by creating a new surface using a feature line. Finally, deliver the table, which shows the least amount of fill and cut with no more than 5% grade for both X and Y direction. To reach the best and least excavation volume, it is important to find the most appropriate base point, and you can perform this by trial and error.